Hi, this is Steve with Prepping in Progress.
And this is Kim. We want you to join along while we go into town. We're actually building a bug-in bucket or a emergency bucket for friends of ours. It's going to be as a Christmas present for non-prepper friends to get them kind of interested in preparedness.
Now, these friends are interested in preparedness, but they think that it takes oodles of money and it's not available to them. So we're trying to go for practical things for a specific event or calamity, disaster. That's a good word. We live in Tornado Alley, so that's what we're headed for, is a tornado bucket. So let's hop in the Jeep and head on out.
First thing on the list to get is, of course, a bucket. These are only $3 at Walmart plus an extra $1.50 for the lid. So it's the first thing we're going to grab. $2. Camping aisle.
Quick, we better catch up with her.
Look at my list. Glow sticks. Looking for a inexpensive first aid kit, and so we may go to the health pile. These are a little bit expensive. They just need a basic kit in there. Let's look for ponchos because if it's raining, so their clothes don't get wet. So. Oh, these would be good. Toilet waste bags, but I don't know if they fit the bucket. Fit over the bucket. Found the ponchos, only $1 each, so there's 2 adults in this household, so we're gonna get one for each of them. In the bucket. I prefer the emergency crank radio, but it's $40, and we're showing inexpensive things. So they have this 1288 AM/FM radio. For just listening to emergency broadcasts, this.
We're watching the wild Kim in her natural habitat. You realize that's sticking to the tape, right?
It's not.
I swear to God, I'm putting this in.
I hate it right at Walmart. Another great one for the bucket, beef jerky. You just throw it in there, kind of set it and forget it. So these are 14 for only $2.44. So we're going to do a couple of these, one for each adult.
And the kid in the camo jacket who just crossed the behind her is our son, who is doing his best to stay away from the camera.
For the food in there, we're going to get a couple of cans of SpaghettiOs, mostly because they're a pop top and you won't need a can opener for it.
Now, while Kim has been looking at SpaghettiOs and other things for our friends, I would like to throw in a personal plug for a personal favorite of mine. I'd like you to meet my friend Spam.
You can do Spam singles. First aid kits. They've got a little simple one up here for only $5. So that's one we're going to get to go put in our bucket.
Hi, this is Steve, and we're back from our trip.
They say Walmart was great. We were able to find quite a few things to put into our emergency bucket. I was just going to show you and kind of go through all the things that we're going to be packing in it. And remember, these are just starting items. You can customize each of these emergency buckets to go with what is working for your family. You can go with one or more buckets, say if you've got a very large family, but this is for a small family of just 2 adults and a child. So we're just going to give them a starter bucket. First things you want to start out with is your water, or any of your heaviest items are going to go to the bottom. Then we got some canned food. We got the SpaghettiOs that we decided on. We also got some tuna fish. sticks, jerky that we got. Going on down to the bottom. And then after that, oh yeah, we did get Cliff Bars. Like I said, Steve was gonna.
These may not be the best survival bar out there, but let's just be honest. Of all of them, they taste the best to me, so I'm not going to give a friend something I'm not going to eat.
Yeah. And like I said, this isn't for a bug out or anything like that. This is just a basic survival kit for any kind of short-term disaster. So we're gonna put those in next. And then you just start filling it up with all the things that you've gotten. We're just kind of going through what we bought, and we're gonna keep it in the package, but ideally take it out of the package, use it, condense it down so you can fit more things in your bucket. This one's a little cheap, but inexpensive multi-tool that we got. AM/FM radio, and with that we made sure we got batteries to go with the radio. This isn't a NOAA weather radio like we looked at, but it is a inexpensive item that you can at least listen to your local radio stations to get any kind of emergency broadcasts. Like every good bug out bag or anything else needs, we need flashlights. And the flashlights are the same battery size as the radio, so that worked out really great. We were able to just do one kind of batteries. Got whistles. Everybody thinks, you know, that it's just a kid's toy, but honestly, these go in every one of my kids' bags. I made them since they were little during tornado warnings to carry a whistle, wear a whistle around their necks. If for some reason you get separated, or if, you know, God forbid, building collapse and they're actually trapped, it is a wonderful way to signal for help. On the same lines of signaling for help, we got some glow sticks. There's a really nifty thing I didn't know about glow sticks. When I first came across them, I thought they were just for lighting, but we're gonna throw in some
Good old-fashioned paracord, and what you'll do is you'll tie it to the end and swing it around in a circle, and it actually creates a big
signal. Yeah.
For in the dark.
So if you need to flag down emergency help or anything like that, it's a great way of being able to flag somebody down, especially in the dark if it was hard to see. So we're gonna throw those in there next. Maneuver some things. A basic first aid kit. Y'all saw I was picking this up. They say this was really inexpensive. Just like I said, Band-Aids, some antibiotic ointment and things like that for basic cuts and bruises and things like that you would get in a small disaster. We got ponchos for only $1 each. These were great. We get, most of the time when we get tornadoes, we get a lot of rain. And so we figured ponchos, you don't want to be soaking wet when trying to go find help. So we'll throw those in there. Speaking of being soaking wet, we also got some hand warmers to throw in there. The last thing you want to do is deal with hypothermia or anything else with wet clothing, or just being in a very cold area when you're hunkering down. And it will help keep you nice and toasty. We got a multi-tool. The cool thing, the reason why we picked this one up, it was very much, just a couple of dollars for this one. But I liked it because it had the little can opener already on it. And so it was something very compact and a bunch of little tools, bottle tops and a screwdriver and things like that on it that I liked, but it was mostly for a quick can opener.
Yeah.
But I like multi-purpose items. Good one, everybody. You never know when you need a lighter, so we throw one in there.
If you have to cut the paracord, you
Yeah,
can
burn the ends.
burn off the ends and make it whole again, or even starting an itty-bitty fire.
Trash bags, not only for if you've got to throw something away, but they also make another great way to waterproof something. Say you've got a baby or anything like that, you want to create a small shelter, you can use a trash bag, but also if you're stuck somewhere and you can't get away and you need to maybe go number 2, you don't want to do it.
You've got a bucket.
You have a bucket and you have a bag. So it's not the most ideal situation, but sometimes you've got to improvise with what you have. So we're gonna throw some of this. I know nobody likes to think about doing that, but everybody does it. And along those same lines.
My favorite friend who goes everywhere with me. I'm going to hug you and squeeze you and love you and call you George.
Stop it. If you don't want to do a whole roll of toilet paper, baby wipes are a great alternative, and they condense down to a lot smaller packaging, but we don't throw anything in toilet paper. The last item that we picked up were some work gloves. If you are in a situation where you are trapped, having a good pair of work gloves, these were only maybe $1, right, at Walmart, to move things out of the way without cutting your hands up, and whether it be branches or pieces of your home that may be blocking you in, having gloves to be able to protect your hands to get out of your situation. Well, that's our bucket. It's completely full. But like I said, most of our stuff is still in the packaging. This can be condensed down quite a bit once it's taken out of its packaging. A few things that I would recommend that you personalize your bucket with is if you have extra pairs of socks, undergarments. If you can manage to fit some, like a t-shirt or clothing in there, that'd be great. But if not, have a separate go bag with clothing in it. If you've got a battery backup for your cell phones, charging your cell phones could become a problem. Any kind of documents for your health insurance, you can either put it on a flashcard like I showed you in my Everyday Carry video, or you can just have copies of those in a Ziploc bag if you don't have a flash drive to put it on. What are the other ones? But any kind of hygiene products that you use daily, us ladies, we have certain hygiene products that would go into the bucket if we needed it. But definitely recycle your bucket, take some things out, check on them, make sure your batteries are staying good. If your kids' clothes are put in there, make sure you're changing them out. If you've got diapers that are being put in there, change out for the new sizes. But cycle through it, add to it, take away, and make it really customized to what your family needs. And then we just put the lid on the bucket.
I think she said everything that needs to be said. I'm Steve with Prepping in Progress, and this is...
I'm Kim. Thank y'all so much for watching. And tell us in the comment section below, if you get a chance, write down there what would you add to your own buckets and what we may have left out that you would put in instead. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this on Facebook.
Bye.